the 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
More YouTube too, dude.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Barkley again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6-point score or do you show the yards per carry?
I'm showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go ahead. Get on.
And they'll run it here. And that is going to work out just fine. The defense caught leaning the other way. The reverse works for good yardage and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Now H.N. on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Looking to pass. Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On third down, Barkley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Running right, here's Achane. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Solo left Zion.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown Dolphins. Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts.
Yeah, while we playing this shit, Straight up. Fuck so mad and be helping you out. Man, you need to talk to the NFL for real and tell them this the Super Bowl shit, that shit is straight, it's traditional. But yeah, all them great plays that them teams did on y'all during the year, during the season, y'all need to do them like 1/4 of the Super Bowl. Either the first or the last. Like the first 3 quarters y'all go hard, or the last 3 quarters y'all go hard or some shit, man. Yeah. You can have them teams that you played against, with each one of them come out there and pull that play off, which y'all already be taking up all the halftime and shit.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback.
So you can't do
the third quarter will start from the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 70 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
All right, come on.
Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Yeah, ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. In there to drop him for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean. An outstanding play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Achane. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd down and 13. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down.
Yeah,
so the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Catch it, that's how you bring those spectacular catch.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Flush to his right. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Another try for Barkley. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And Barkley will try to punch it in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. That is incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts, flushed out right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Past the 20. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Now 1st and goal. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Up the middle with Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
The kick by Elliott is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Tua. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tua. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Here's Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing Tua. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, Achane. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is taken in at the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Elliott good with a PAT, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Tua to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Yeah, fucking has to speed up the clock.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good.